Well guys, I tried making this video the other day. Can't post it. I've got COVID. I feel like absolute dog shit. But I finally feel a little bit better today. So I'm gonna make a little video showing you like a little bit before. I've got something new here on the workbench. Finally cleaned my garage. 4th of July and I'm spending it in my garage cleaning because I've got COVID. Fun stuff. So what we got is a Chaser 32. I didn't order this from Offshore Electric. Somebody else did. And he talked about sending it back. And if you subscribe to his channel, you'll see him unbox it and then package it back up. And I told him rather than send it back losing money, send it to me and we just call it square. And I would pay him for the cost that he spent on the boat, and it would just give me a project. So my goal for this is to do something very similar to my Impulse 32. I have to do a carbon inlay. I originally was not going to. I wanted to keep this thing as absolutely light as possible, but it is very, very thin and very flimsy. And that's kind of what he said as to why he wanted to send it back. He didn't like how thin it was. But, you know, a light boat is a fast boat. But you know me, 70, 80 miles an hour, I think we'd probably break this thing in half if we crashed it like we do the Impulse. The Impulse is thick. I'm going to say the Impulse is probably 4 layers of fiberglass, if not more. This to me looks like 2. So, we're going to do a carbon inlay on the hull from the back up to about this point here, and then I may do just like a fiberglass inlay on the hatch just to make it slightly sturdier. We'll see what we can get out of it. Gotta wait for OSC to open back up. Gotta get some stuff. I think all I really need is a rudder for this thing. Really, I just need the rudder bracket. I literally have everything else except the rudder bracket and turn fins. So I don't know if I'm going to put my stinger in the center or if I'm going to offset it slightly. I think I'm going to offset it slightly. Not much. Like if the center's here, I'm going to go over like half of a hole. Because the Impulse 32, that thing sits like right here. It's kind of crazy. But it handles like a dream. So I thought, you know, why not? We'll see. We'll see what happens when I go to drill the hole. But I wanted to do a little before video, kind of showing you it. I really like the way it looks. It's got a sleek little look to it. The lid kind of could have a little bit better fitment, but we'll work on that as time goes on. Getting the front latch down, maybe get some rear back latch pins and whatnot. I really thought about doing the inlay and then giving it to an airbrush artist and say, here, have fun, do whatever you want with it. Still may do that. But I'm going to go ahead and do the inlay and I'll show you what it looks like once I get all done. Alright, well it's been about 2 hours. I did the inlay, went inside, got me some lunch. Came back out here just to see how good it was doing. I think it turned out really well. Very, very happy. Got a couple little D-lambs up there where we're trying to pull my tape off, pulled the fabric off, but other than that, it is what it is. Got it in the little grooves at the bottom of the hull really well, packed in, no bubbles. Very, very happy with that. You can kind of see I went all the way up to basically wherever this was on the other side of the boat. That's kind of where it is. Can't really see it, but looks pretty good. Very happy with how it turned out. Oh man, COVID has wiped my butt clean, dude. This is just freaking nauseating. I'm trying to be outside some. Luckily, I've got a air conditioning unit over there, keeping my garage somewhat decent. But yeah, I run out of energy after about 2 hours, and then I got to go chill for a couple hours. But sitting in my chair or in my room or in my bed, it just drives me absolutely batshit crazy. So I'm trying to be somewhat active. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some fiberglass and I'm going to do the hatch here. This is going to be a little trick because of all the little indentations, which I don't really care so much about that. I care more about the edges, and if we don't get any in the... Honestly, that would be pretty cool if I just like filled these over and left the air pocket there. The hatch would probably float all on its own, but I don't know. I need to think about that before I go ahead and put the fiberglass on there, but we'll see what it looks like once we're all done. Alright, so I just finished doing the fiberglass inlay on this. Turned out actually really well. I was actually able to get it to conform pretty well. Just kind of cut me a nice rounded nose piece and got it about a ½ inch from the tip of the nose, so it's not going to be too bad. And then back here where I'll end up doing my hatch bolts, those look pretty good. And hopefully we'll just let this set up and we'll get a little bit more rigidity out of this, a little bit more rigidity out of the hole, and we'll go from there. Sweet. Alright, well, that's all the content you're going to get from me today. I'm all COVIDed out. See y'all on later.